Dun, da, dun, da, 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 dun, da, 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 dum, boo. I need to fucking get some music. I'm not monetized and I'll probably never be, so I might as well just fucking rip off some song from a sitcom I like, just slapping and here's the intro. They can do nothing to me. I'm not monetized. But oh man, I missed last week. That was weird. But I'm back. I'm back. And if you listen to this, get a life, man. Get a life. Get a girlfriend, boyfriend. Find hobbies. Why are you listening to this, man? You could be doing so much with your life. But it's almost 2 weeks. It should be like this week, this past 2 weeks. But fuck it. I wasn't around last week, but here I am today. What's been going on? A lot of shit has been going on. But at the top of everything, I think we need to dive into this FTX story. Sam Bankman-Fried, the owner of FTX, which was a crypto exchange, and who also owned Almeda Research, which was a crypto hedge fund. And already that sounds like a conflict of interest, doesn't it? You are selling something, and then you have another company that deals in the trading of it. You have an exchange on one side. But fuck it. It crashed and people lost money. But what I'm really interested in is that a bunch of athletes that were endorsing FTX have been called out and are in a huge class lawsuit. You're talking about Steph Curry's in there, Tom Brady's in there. My favorite baseballer right now is in there, Shohei Ohtani, Naomi Osaka, even Brady's wife, Bunchen, Giselle Bunchen. Yeah, they're getting divorced. That's sad. That's sad. And the question is the lawsuit against these athletes that kind of endorsed FTX, what should I say? English shadows away from me. Fuck it. And I don't even edit this shit. Should they be getting sued in this lawsuit? And basically the basis of the lawsuit is that they deceived people, but when they themselves deceived, I feel like we should stop putting athletes at a very, what can I say, a high pedestal, especially when it comes to stuff that does not really affect them. Tom Brady's a quarterback. He can sling me one, on a shallow route, tight spiral, hit you between the hash marks. That Curry can take you from the logo. But I feel like this FTX thing really showed us that people get bought. And they were bought. And it's not through any fault of their own that the exchange also crashed. Like, Sam Bankman-Fried had everybody sold. I don't believe that these guys should be getting sued as hard as they are. Like, the person who's liable here is the owner who kept taking money from the exchange and using it to plug his losses in his other crypto hedge fund that was called Alameda Research. Sam Bankman-Fried, weird guy, polyamorous in the Bahamas, whatever, but let's not get into that. So, if you actually get the books at face value, FTX looked good. Looked good, looked solid, looked legit. They're crypto exchange. They have APIs. You want to plug in your algos in there and you want to trade crypto based off ML, fucking high frequency trading. Nah, not high frequency trading, but your algorithmic trading, good. Get in. They offer some of the lowest spreads, and they're like, yeah, everything goes. But behind all of that, this guy was taking money, customer money, and plugging the losses of his hedge fund. So, how do you expect Brady to know about that? How do you expect Curry to know about that? How do you expect Osaka to know about that? They're approached by a business that's rather large, probably one of the biggest exchanges in the world. Is like, hey, what's up? This and this and this and that, and they got sold the dream. You know, they are just people as we are, and this scheme. And most people are like, oh, this is Bernie made of schemery. I think the guy just got caught with his pants down. I don't think it was Bernie made of stuff. He thought he could get away with it. He was too naive. I think he himself wasn't that smart. He was too naive. Like he was like, let me just borrow myself this amount of money from my customers, and help my other struggling business. Which was very stupid of him. Which was very stupid of him. You are making losses in your hedge fund, and you go take money, and it was stupid, and he deserves everything that's coming from him. But at face value, nobody fucking knew. You had to go into the books. How many of these guys are going to the books of companies that are paying them endorsements? How many? Is Roger Federer going into the books of Rolex and be like, hey, Rolex, what the fuck is happening out here? LeBron, is he going into Nike? Jordan, is he going into that? They probably do the same thing with all of them. Like, is there money in it for me? Okay, I'm gonna say it. You know, they can get bored. They can get bored. The problem is when you start putting them on a pedestal for even stuff that they have no business in. And one of the takes that I was wildly criticized, in which the left and the right, the American left and the right, would do is they would pick sides to favor when it suits them. Like you remember when what was it, Black Lives Matter, and then you go into Fox News and then you'll find the Sean Hannity's will be like, LeBron, shut up and dribble, and that will be then. And then the Colin Kaepernick stuff came around, and then Drew Brees. Drew Brees was like, "No, I'm not taking a knee, ain't taking a knee." And then CNN came around and I was like, Drew Brees, shut up and sling it. So that's the thing. But you have to realize they too can be bought. They are not crypto experts. They are not finance experts. Yeah, they're basketball and tennis experts, but they're not that. They have been paid to say some stuff. They got the money, and that's about it. The guy got everybody fooled. It's kind of unfair just to start laying a lot of blame on a couple of guys that also kind of that are also victims of circumstance. So FTX, it kind of also had the crypto world. I'm not into cryptocurrencies, but I feel like it kind of had it and all that stuff. But moving on to another thing, you know, before I started recording this, I watched Johnny Harris' video about Qatar. And I've been thugging it, man. I've been thugging it. I've been like, I'm gonna watch the World Cup. I don't give a fuck about, the human rights violations. I don't care about that. I'm gonna watch it. And then Johnny Harris, one of my favorite YouTubers, releases a video. And the video just, this is the first time I saw a video being released where like people that actually work there were being interviewed, and you could just see in the interviews that these guys have pain in their eyes, and it kind of fucking hit me, and it just gave me that, like, you're not as tough as you think you are. You are not as tough as you think you are. You're a sweetheart. You're a sweetheart. You weak. And it touched me, and now I'm just having a lot of thoughts. I'm like, damn it. I'll I'll watch it, but I'll not watch it that enthusiastically. It's like eating food off the ground, like, yeah, I'm just go in watch it, but with less enthusiasm, because I'll be having that at the back of my mind, like, fuck, they did some fucked up stuff to workers. And you not talk about comedy. I'm gonna talk about comedy. What's been happening in the comedy world? Oh shit, I can't talk about comedy. I got three sets. And I think it's about time I gave the world one of my sets. And I'm thinking of sacrificing the set I like the least. which is my second set, not for everybody. My first set is the male lesbian. Ah, my baby, my baby, my firstborn child, the male lesbian. Such a great set. Such a great set. It's quite lewd. It's quite lewd, man. Quite grotesque, if you ask me. But I fucking love it. And I think I've just started writing my best set of all, which is single. I just named it single because I watched Arisha Fear Jew, and he just went off one premise, and the premise was I'm Jewish, and I'm just trying to repeat that same premise, and it's like, hey, I'm just going to tell a bunch of jokes about not having a girlfriend, and every weekend talking into a mic alone and posting the bullshit on YouTube because you lonely like that. But we are not talking about that now, are we? We're not talking about that now. So I just went off the premise, and this is the first time where kind of like there's a philosophy that I actually kind of followed to build this. I took the baseball pitcher philosophy as like I'm not gonna stay in the strike zone tunnel. I'm not gonna say stay in there. It's either start outside and end inside, or start inside and go outside of the strike zone. Deception, is the one comedy set where I truly come off hot off the blocks. It has a lot of Dave Attell influence. It has Dave Attell and Jimmy Carr influence. I'm a bit fast off my feet on this one. The male lesbian was kind of a slow storytelling things, as I retailed, you know, uh, my failed sexual endeavors that are very comic. Don't you guys fucking hate BW YouTubers? I fucking hate them. I feel like BW YouTubers are one of the most narcissistic pieces of shit ever. You know those typical UB YouTubers, they'll be like, oh, this is my dorm. I'm going to school. Oh, this is where we buy food. Like, bitch, how self-absorbed do you have to be to vlog what you do every day in your everyday life? Like, oh my god, this is what I do. This We living in a self-absorbed society where everybody thinks that it. You know, I don't know. I don't know. That's just me. The World Cup's actually started, and the Packers suck. So due to the Packers sucking, I think I'm just go watch the World Cup. But I'm not enjoying it. I'm not enjoying it, bruv. You know. But nonetheless, if you watch till the end, get a life, get a life. I beg you, do me that one favor.